morning, and welcome to Gulfstream Park on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. It is Travers Day. We've got myself, Samantha. Nice to meet everybody. Brian, nice to meet you. We've got a great day today. Now, yesterday was a lot of excitement here.
For a while.
For a little bit, yep. We got through 5 races. Unfortunately, Mother Nature, as she can be not so kind here in South Florida, and just had some pretty inclement weather. But today we are back in action. We have 12 races, or pardon me, so I'm trying to make more for us. 11 races, and happy Travers Day, Brian.
Yeah, happy Travers Day to you. We're going to start. I think the main track is good, but I took a look at it. I fully expect it to be fast by post time or very soon after. Off the turf, obviously, if you were with us yesterday, it was just hellacious rain, wild rain, and unfortunately, we, like Samantha said, lost the last 4 races. Mandatory Rainbow Six tomorrow. Don't forget that. But today, $150,000 in the estimated jackpot. We just had to cancel all the bets late yesterday. The late pick 5 in the Rainbow Six. So it was a full refund. So if you're here in Silks or you're hanging out. You got those tickets, make sure they're worth something and put them back in the window today. So, it was just, it is what it is. As Samantha said, Mother Nature can be like that.
She can be undefeated.
In South Florida. You're never going to beat her. That is correct. So we're back today. Looking forward to it. Kenny and the crew do such a great job, and that's why that main track, again, weather permitting, I'm not going to say it looks good out.
Yeah, don't say it. We talked about it ad nauseum yesterday.
It was not supposed to rain at all
and
yesterday.
It came at us, so we'll see. But race 1, we'll kick it off with an early pick 5. It's on the Tapeta, unfortunately, off the grass, as my partner said, just Tapeta and dirt today, and I think I agree. It'll be fast probably by the first dirt race, so take it away in the early pick 5.
Yeah, so I've got a single in race 2, Hotter Than Dem, who just looks tough in there for D'Angelo, trying Tapeta now. Today doesn't bother me. In race number 3, I've got the 6 Coldstream right back for Danny Hertak off the claim. Race 4 will single in that spot there, and that is the 8 Wittingly on a huge drop for Mike Yates. I don't see that horse losing. And in race 5, the top pick is the 6, and that is 1 of 1. Jen Young and Powder Pop have a couple in there. 1 of 1. I'm going to call the other Jen Young and Powder Pop, because Warda is clearly the one.
Literally
the one.
The
that is
one.
true. $18.
All right, I like it. So we're kicking it off at maiden claimers. 12.5 is the tag, a mile and a 16th here. We've got probably a very heavy favorite. Well, right now the betting board opened up early with the 7, and that is where you went. Good outside post, Dave Fox.
Yeah, this horse really woke up last time, routing for the 2nd time. So I'm going to believe in it a little bit more because she was kind of a work in progress. Sprint, route. Timber was good that day. She beat La Cyber. It's a good, as Samantha said, good outside post. So I think she's definitely a player in here. But I went with Marabina, who I just think comes out of better races.
Sorry, I was looking at, whenever you switch hosts, sorry about that. Marabina, okay, yep.
I don't know. Maybe she's not going to be favored. She should be favored in here. She beat the 1. I just think her races are better than the other races. I think Cash Due to me is the one. I know, La Cyber is favored, at least on the morning line, but I want Cash Due, and I don't want La Cyber.
Well, La Cyber, if she runs her race like last time, it won't cut it
exactly.
Here. Yeah.
So she's been behind both Marabina and Cash Due, but you have Edgar down there, so we'll have to see.
Yep, we will. Now, race number 2, it is a maiden $35,000 level. We are off the turf course here. Yes. Okay, sorry, we've got a lot of audio in the ear. Yep. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. I swear I heard my name. $35,000 maiden claimer, 7.5 furlongs. Or pardon me, we're off the grass, not 7.5 furlongs anymore. A mile and 70 yards on the Tapeta track. The beauty of the Tapeta is this race really did stay intact. That's great to see here. The 3 Hotter Than Dem. This is my best bet today.
Yeah,
this
race, I'm with you too.
No matter the surface.
No matter the surface. Huge class drop. The only horse that's shown any life at all against a bunch of first-time starters as well. And I would assume she's going to be too good for these. I mean,
Yep.
it's going to be a short number, regardless, as you said, of the surface. We revert to a mile and 70 on Tapeta. Too good for these. And, you know, the other thing is these first-time starters, I just don't know if you can trust them, or I don't know how good they are. I don't know how ready they are either.
It's true, and it's hard to go 2 turns on debut.
Yeah.
And there's a stat that I found for Jose D'Angelo that blew my mind. I stat girled it up, and unfortunately, this is the only stat that stayed, Brian, today. Look at this. 2-year-olds maiden special weight to maiden claiming. This is just in the last year, 6 for 12. But he has not lost his last 4 races, Jose D'Angelo, with this move.
Yeah, that's just a huge move.
Huge.
He's about a 9% first out barn, but 31% overall, but this just kind of groups it more recently, and it's just a potent angle. Short number on Hotter Than Dem.
Race number 3, it will start a middle pick 5 here, and no CAWs in this. It's a mandatory payout, a fantastic wager. I put a ticket together here, and we'll take a look at it. It's $54, and the biggest problem here is the start of this of race 6, because it's a maiden race. So that's the one that I had the most trouble with. Race number 5, I am just singling Warda. I get what you're saying with 1 of 1, and I think that horse is a player. Race 6, as I mentioned, this does. It complicates things. Race 6 does not that so much the surface switch, but there's some runners in here, I think, and it's very wide open. So luckily that's the start of the pick 6. I don't know what you have. So mine, I have the Tropical Turf pick 3 starts race 6. I don't know why online it says race number 5. The Tropical Turf pick 3 does not start
Race number 6.
Yep. So for some reason in the form today it says race 5, so just take note of that. Race number 7, I do have the 6 on top, so $54 is the play. It's the form online.
And it's our program too.
Okay,
as well.
so
just
anyway,
make sure you,
take
race number 6.
Yep, take note of that. Now this third race here, we presume the track will more than likely be fast by then, but good listed right now here, and the 6 for both of us, Gulfstream, and we'll look at the replay and we'll talk about it.
I think this is a good race, and Gulfstream is stepping way up in class, not only from a 2L but into a quarter today. But he's also the now horse, and I just feel like there are holes to pick in all of these horses. They're not holes to pick in Coldstream. And yes, he's away from Safi Joseph Jr. I get all that, but Danny Hertak and Donna Green have just been potent off the claim of late. And they've won 4 races off the claim in the last 3 weeks.
Awesome.
So it's a great post. He's, like I said, the now horse, and you can just really question literally every other horse in this field. You can't question Coldstream and his form right now. Yeah.
I think that Big Paradise, and look at him. I mean, regardless of the level, and of course that was with Safi, as you mentioned, Brian, that's still just a huge effort. You can't ignore it. Big Paradise, I think you don't have anywhere, but I just feel like this colt is interesting, getting Lasix on for the first time. I know this is a tough race to face older, but I think that it might. We'll see a good effort.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like him at all.
Okay.
It's just weird to me. He comes back in a stakes, and now you can have him for a quarter off an very, very long layoff.
Yeah.
I got to see something, because it was the carry back. If you go back and watch it, it was a bizarre, weird run race.
Yeah.
And that the huge favorite just went ballistic early and had nothing to offer late. The winner was actually the stablemate of the Barboza runner that came from 20 lengths out. It was a very
It was an odd race. Yep, I agree. It sounded the beast. He's got a layoff. That's a pretty sizable layoff. I know the works are quick, but I don't know. If there's moisture in the track, he will love that.
Yeah, I think he's the horse to beat, but as Samantha said, the layoff is a worry, but I like that Rohan's going to have one of his guys, Jaramillo's going to ride. That's a good sign today. Maybe he's just cranked to get a win, and he's probably going to get claimed.
Yep. All right, race 4. It is 12-5. Maiden claimers, a mile and a 16th on the Tapeta. We have a pick 4 here. Do you want to show it?
Yeah, we can show that pick 4. Very few scratches today, so that's great. Even the turf races lost barely any horses. At all. Race number 6 is the new race, and that's the race, as Samantha alluded to, off the turf. I'm going to assume The 2, the 3, and the 5 are going to be your 3 favorites. Maybe the order remains to be seen, but they're the 3 horses I'm going to use. And in race number 7, unfortunately, I lose my best bet of the day. That's the one Starship Cruiser. So I scratch into a horse that, quite frankly, I'm not enamored with at all, but that's the 6, Mr. Breisel. Maybe the old now or never angle for him at a short number. $12 in that ever-popular middle pick 4.
All right, so you just ripped the Band-Aid off quick with Whittingley. I'm against him. He debuted as on the Tapeta, going 2 turns as Son of Gunrunner. This is a big drop in class, if anything.
This is literally the biggest drop in class in all of racing. And I just have to believe this was probably the spot they wanted for him all along, because he can't run. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
They paid $400,000 for him. You can have him for $12,500, but there is nothing in here that he shouldn't be able to beat.
That's why I have a long shot here.
Yeah, no,
here's my issue. Well, this is going to be a hurdle to overcome today, how the Tapeta is going to play, because it's getting very toasty right now. We had a ton of rain yesterday. Usually that typically tightens it up, and you cannot make a run. But the weather we're getting right now, it's beautiful.
Right.
It's sunny. So just pay attention to these earlier races, especially 2 turns on the Tapeta. But I didn't think that first try on the Tapeta was that bad of an effort from Worth the Wait. He didn't want any part of the dirt. Actually, he didn't run bad on the dirt, but I just think he's a little bit better in a field where you can take a stab.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. He's going to be a big price.
Yeah.
The 8 is going to be a huge favorite. Wouldn't surprise me if the 8's odds on in this spot.
Yeah.
There's nobody else in here. The other proven runners, we're going to show you a replay in a second, they're not inspiring at all. So, you've got a horse that's run 1 time on Tapeta. He wasn't embarrassed by any stretch of the imagination. Gets a little weight allowance here with Eliza Green as your board, too. Take a shot.
Yeah, why not? Now, the Malazzo and the Sweet Lazarus you wanted to take a look at.
Yeah, okay, so Sweet Lazarus had some trouble in here. Malazzo's going to run 4th. Sweet Lazarus, the 1 horse, he's going to run 6th in this race. But he definitely had a little trouble here. I don't think the trouble here was all that much, but he had traffic in deep stretch. And this goes back to the old, we kind of beat this down a ton. You got to watch the races.
Yes.
So entering the far turn was basically insignificant. He did have some trouble here late when he kind of seemed like maybe he was even like trying to do a little more running. It didn't cost him nary a thing, but he did have trouble. He would have been closer.
Yep.
And the other thing is Malazzo, no. You can't play him. Kryptonym is at least threatening. He, and 20th time might be the charm for Kryptonym.
Hey, I hear that on Travers Day, that's a thing that just kind of cycles back. Race 5, it's allowance optional claimers, 5 furlongs on the Tapeta track now. This is not a start of a tropical turf pick 3, so if you just see our programs today, that's not the case here. But this is a 7-horse field, but a really competitive one here, because these are the gals these are the top Tapeta sprinting gals that we have right now. And one of one, this is an outside-of-the-box horse to me, so go for it.
Well, because she's not any of these horses that we
fair.
see every 3 weeks. And I think I've picked Warda 14 times in a row.
That's fair, yeah.
She never wins for me, it seems. One of one's just different. She's been routing. Jen Young claims them. Powder Pop. I have a lot of respect for Pete and the job they do.
They do a great
Okay,
job.
it didn't work routing last time, and it was awful. Don't get me wrong. It was dreadful, okay? Cuts back. There's speed in here. Maybe some horses that are a little out of their element. I'm not sold on Chaina being this kind of horse. I'm not sold on My Lady James being this kind of horse. Those are stiff class rises. Warda's lost 3 straight races that she could have easily won. They haven't been betting her anymore. She's on the rail. Let's just take a shot.
Yeah, hey, you're allowed to do that here. I think it's important to know in a race like this, horses like David's Rose, 0-7
Yeah, never
this
win.
year.
They never win.
My Lady James, 0-8 this year. You want to look at horses that at least one, like you're doing, have upside, or 2, like to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Warda's a horse to beat. There's no doubt about it. You're running third to Maury Control and Happy Ride, and My Wife Knows It All. Those are good races for sure.
Well, look at the replay of Chaina and My Lady James, speaking of. And my Chaina, 4 wins this year, and she's switched barns multiple times. I agree. So cool. It doesn't matter with her. She she likes to win, and it's awesome.
She likes to win. She's got a pace edge in here. The question is how honest does Lita on the outside keep her, and maybe even Warda with Jaramillo getting aboard. You know, he's going to probably put her into the race more. She actually tried to wire 3 back.
Yeah.
So what happens with Chaina if she gets hooked? If she gets hooked, I'll probably say she's going to be last.
Right.
But she has come from off of it a little bit. She's not going to come off. She's going to be in front. The question is, how much heat is she going to take today?
Yeah, that's the I don't want to call it $1 million question, but it could be.
It's the question.
It is the question.
No doubt.
Yeah. We're going to take a short break. Whenever we come back, we have my Rainbow Six, and tomorrow is a mandatory Rainbow Six, regardless of what happens today. So don't go away.
New DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access past performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you as we get through this 11 race card on Travers Day here at Gulfstream Park. And we've got a Rainbow Six that will start in race number 6. Tomorrow it is a mandatory day regardless of what happens today. I'm going to throw a rubber band at it today. So we'll get it done, get a bankroll for tomorrow. We'll take a look at my ticket. I had trouble. Surface switches here was a little bit tough for me, I think, especially with some of these earlier race, particularly this 6th race here. And I can cut down the 6th race after seeing them. Now, race number 7, I do have the 6 on top. Mr. Bryzel, race number 8, I am singling Strategic Reserve in the maiden special weight event. Race number 9, off the grass. I am on the 6 Beach Colt, a win machine in Chile. Race number 10, Red Hot Spark is who I have on top, but it's a spread race for me. And in the finale, I do have the 1 Ball Damar on top, going to stretch out. So 86.40 for me, and I don't mind throwing a little bit of money at it today because I really like my single that we'll get into in race number 8. But this race was a problem. Regardless of the surface, this was going to be very tough. The 5, Uncle Aldo, if anything, has experience.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal. Doesn't bother me at all about the Tapeta. The experience is huge because we don't know about the 2 or the 3, who I think are the other 2 horses that are going to be bet pretty strongly in here. You don't like the 6 either. I don't like the 6 at all. The homebred for Safi. Jose D'Angelo with a race under his belt it's big because he's not a guy he's 9% first-time starters. We're going to get a better shot from Uncle Aldo today, and he's going to catch 2 horses. 2 is inside too that are making their debuts.
Yeah, and that inside post on debut was really tough for him. So this is a much better post. Thunder Zeus. Patrick Biancone sends this one out here. I love that he's sprinting a Caravaggio. They're so much better sprinting than going longer. They can get the distance, but I just feel like they're better sprinting. But the surface is a bit of a question here.
Yeah, and we haven't seen anything. The work on the 19th was certainly very, very fast. Yep. Then he's kind of backed off a little bit. Maybe, he knows what's under the hood. They're going to bet this horse. How do you go against this barn? He's 40% at the meet. I mean, my goodness. Everything points to this horse being very live today.
We'll look at the work video. This actually kind of plays out a bit better for the 2 Timeless Victory because this was the OBS sales work. I don't know if they're going to bet this horse or not, Brian, but I wanted to show this. So this colt worked 9 and 4 here. Now, I wanted to show this because he's not the most efficient traveler, but he gets it done. But look behind how you see the sweat behind him. It was 73 degrees here. Now, I don't like that for a 2-year-old in a training sale when it's 9 a.m. and it's 73 degrees. Now, I know that was back in April, so we've had a lot of time, and he's been with the Eddie Pleasa barn since then. But to breeze 9 and 4 at that April sale, where, to be honest, I mean, I was there. I didn't really think much of that sale. I don't think we're going to see a lot of superstars coming out of that. To only go for 120 and you breeze 9 and 4, to be honest, that's kind of cheap. I know it's by my standards, but still, 9 and 4 is blitzing.
It's
My thing is, I think something is
24 times the sire's price. That's a big number.
Yeah, but when you work 9 and 4, it doesn't matter. It's like with your eyes closed, you get 6 figures. They just can't sit.
Well, I mean, not on a horse like this. He's
no
pedigree whatsoever.
I know, but breezing 9 and 4. My point is, I think that maybe there's some issues at hand. We'll watch him in the paddock. That's my main thing.
And Eddie's 0 for 14 with first-time starters.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but they do have that bottom in them, which is good. Now, race number 7, it is 1 mile and 70 yards on the Tapeta track. We have a scratch of the number 1 Saratoga Cruiser from this spot here. It's the kick off the late pick 5. We don't have to show my ticket because it is just a run back of the Rainbow, just -1 horse in the last, but I will tweet that out. The 6 for you, Mr. Bryzel.
Yeah, I mean, my best bet was the 1 Saratoga Cruiser, who was going to be favored in here. Now I scratch into a horse that, quite honestly, has had his chances. Now he's 4th off the layoff, which was a sizable one. He ran very well. We're going to show it, actually.
Yeah,
he ran a winning race last time. He's better than Sir Ascot. He was necked out. It's a really, really good effort. You can't take anything away from him. And he auto defaults into clearly the horse to be. He could have been favored in here anyway, regardless. But now he's going to be a stiff favorite because with the field now of 6, he just beat 3 of the 6, and the other 2 are pretty decided long shots. So he's the one in here, to be sure. Now, he also, I wanted to show it here, too. He also kind of got sucked into having to make the first run in that spot. And that's never a good spot to be in. You can see the early leader ran way off and was out of control. He had to do the dirty work to make first run. He ran big, no doubt about it. He's actually coming back here. As you can see, Triumphant Road was the winner here. This is a good effort, and he is the horse to beat today.
Yep, he is, but things have to, like, I feel like perfectly go his way in order to get there sometimes. The 3, Sir Ascot, you already talked about him. I think Will of a Warrior, I don't like the rail draw, and I don't like his lack of early speed in his last 2, but maybe from the rail and getting Jose Morelos, we get aggressive.
Yeah, the rail doesn't bother me because it's a good post position to me. It's all provided he gets him off the fence, entering the far turn. You don't want to be down there on the far turn. But you're right, the running style, especially in his last 2 starts, where's your speed gone? He almost wired 3 starts back. I would think we're going to get a more aggressive ride from Jose today.
Yep. Race 8, it is a start of a late pick 4, a very, very good one. Maidens, a special weight event, 6 furlongs on the main track. You've got your late pick 4 ticket. Let's check it out.
One of a huge favorite to start, and then everything gets a little funky, I think, going after that. Race 9, I've got the 5, Mr. Binks on top. That's off the turf, so you tread a little lightly there. Race 10, I've got the 6, Amy the Butcher on top, getting off the rail today. And in race number 11, I'm with you. I like this horse a lot better on the turf. But Valdemar is my long shot. And I'm going to leave it as my long shot because, she's going to be in front. I don't know how far she wants to run, but she will be in front early on.
So the story of this 8th race here is Strategic Reserve, and luckily we were able to see a couple of works with just some video that C2 Racing has posted, and congrats to C2 and the team with Indy Bay and Mystic Lake. What a pretty good night last night, Charlestown Oaks, etc. So Strategic Reserve, this horse is breezing really really good.
Listen, I made him 4 to 5 on the morning line. I mean, he looks like he can run, and honestly,
nobody else looks like they can run.
He might be 1 to 5 or 1 to 9 in here. He's breezed really well. They paid almost $500,000, and I mean, I guess he can run. I don't know about anybody else in here.
That's the big problem. I mean, who's going to be your biggest threat? Freaky Neeks from the rail. We don't know what's going to happen there. The 2 running on time. Hey, it's like all turf pedigree. I mean, that's like the most incredible turf pedigree ever. So.
Day at the Spa, the dam of this horse won the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. I think I just saw this the other day. I think she's the 6th all-time leading money earner for New York breds.
Wow, that's
running
impressive.
6 furlongs on the dirt in her first start.
Yeah. Yeah, and none of the siblings debuted on the dirt, which is weird. And none of them have won either on debut, at least. They've won, and they've been good horses. But still, yeah, the story here is strategic reserve. I don't think you need anybody other than that. Scotty Too Hottie, maybe they'll play. I just want to note 10-1 at the sale. This horse got better as he gets further, but he looks like he's going to need to be cut. He's a bit heavy, so just whatever you want to read into that, whatever my thoughts are worth with cutting horses. Race 9. Off the grass, on the Tapeta, 5 furlongs, scratch the number 1 into you. It's a compelling 7-horse field here because we have a couple of new shooters from Chile that we don't know a lot about. But the 5, Mr. Binks for you. You've got 2 Misters today. Mr.
Yeah, I liked him better on turf, admittedly, because I thought maybe there's a chance he gets brave. He likes to kind of hear his feet rattle a little bit. It's not that his Tapeta race was terrible at all. He was second to Incado, who actually, now that I think of it, didn't he come back and win a stakes? It might have been a turf stakes, actually, for Jose D'Angelo.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Binks is okay. Good to see Joe Catnice get a win yesterday as
awesome.
well. He'll be in the race throughout. I think that's important today.
The 2 new shooters, Beach Colt, the Chilean bred, and Ace Ventura. What a name there. Beach Colt, regardless of what you think of those Chilean races, winning 13 races is not by accident.
No doubt about it. He's got to prove it on Tapeta. It looks, and this is, be careful, but it looks like these horses have been working together. And then the one time maybe that Amador let him go a little bit, the 6 clearly was better than the 8. I don't know. These horses come over here and never run.
Yeah, but a 6-year-old getting Lasix for the first time, poof, that's like wild. I mean, that's great. Blinkers go on. They're big, heavy horses. The Chilean breds typically are the Southern Hemisphere horses, and so the Tapeta's not always ideal.
Watch the tote board on those 2
Yeah,
horses.
that's so true. They're betting them. Yeah, watch out. Race 10. 6 furlongs. It's 62.50 claimer, and it doesn't get easier from here. That is for sure. The 4, Patty's Having Fun, is out, as well as the 8, Novelli. The 6, Amy the Butcher. I'm glad you have her because I put her in my pick 6.
The only reason I picked her is because she's been on the rail 2 starts in a row, and she keeps breaking slow, and essentially giving the race away. She's not that good anyway. Okay, don't get me wrong, but she's off the rails. She gets a new jockey today. She gets an aggressive jockey, more aggressive jockey, in Jose Morelos. I'll take a shot with her because these other horses. There's some slow horses in here on paper.
You can say that again. Red Hot Spark. We'll look at the replay. Yeah. This is her winning move back on the dirt. Hey, she's just much better on the dirt. I know she's won on the Tapeta, but she's better on the dirt. This is 2 back.
Listen, she's your 9 to 5 morning line favorite because she should be, because these 2 races on the main track at this level in her last 2 starts were really, really good, and they're better than anything in here can do, and they were decisive wins too, and I think that's important as well. It's not like she's all out to win by a neck or anything.
No.
She won those 2 races by 2 1/4 lengths, so she's the horse to beat. This post could be a little tricky for her. She does get a new jockey today as well, but she's got the weight break again too with Eliza Greenidge aboard. Louis Fulmer rode her in these races. This race goes through her, no doubt about it.
She's a game horse for. She's one that's a perfect example of horses cannot read their odds.
And by the way, I'll tell you what, no horse in here is running for 10 against Chaina and Spicy Guacamole and My Lady James and finishing 4th either.
That's a great point.
That's a really good effort.
Yeah, that's a fantastic point there. Now the finale here at $17,500 non-winners of 2 lifetime claimers off the grass on the Tapeta at 1 mile and 1/16. The 2 Smart Style is out. It leaves a field of 9 here. Both of us on the 1. Baldemar going to stretch out. She looks good.
Yeah, this is my long shot today. I liked her more on turf because that can be more kind to what we think was going on here, and that's just to try to wire the field. It's as simple as that. It's not as easy on the Tapeta, but we're going to show you a replay where a lot of the gang is here.
Yeah.
You know, Baldemar, I think she has an edge in here, and her one time she routed wasn't that bad at all. So we'll take a deep breath and see if she lasts. Okay, here's Thunder Princess.
Yep.
Here is Pocket Pair. Here is Pharaoh's Favorite.
Yeah.
Here is Attending. Pharaoh's Favorite did have some trouble late. She's got the Ramsey Silks down on the inside. She was tightened up on late. You can also see right here she was doing no running at all. So you're going to read your racing form, tight late. She's checking out of it right here, okay?
But
big deal.
Yep. Yep.
Big deal, okay? So that's where you got to be a little careful. Safi, Edgard, Mr. Ramsey, going to be overbet. Didn't do any running last time at all.
And she's had chances on the Tapeta as well, so it's not like she's completely out of the box. I think Thunder Princess prefers the Tapeta a lot more.
Yep.
Be honest with you there. Yeah, for sure.
The horse, quickly, the horse, because I put her, the huge move up is the 7.
Yes.
Let's Dance Again. She is a Tapeta horse coming off back-to-back neck seconds. She's the horse to beat now.
And Ron Spatz with a nice maiden winner yesterday
Good
as
job.
well. Yep. Okay, so that is 11 for us today. We'll take a quick look at the lightning round before we send it upstairs to Kenny Living Good with the calls today on the mic. Like we said, tomorrow, mandatory. Big mandatory.
Yep, that's where it all starts. We should have, provided we don't have a hit today for a single, I would think 7 figures to be sure tomorrow because, we would have probably a $200,000 jackpot if it wasn't a mandatory day, and they've been sending 7-8 times that carryover. So let's hope they'll fire again. We always thank everybody for doing that.
Yeah, and in the sequence, we have our Benny the Bull handicap, which is the feature, and we've got Shaq Diesel back. We've got also, El Principito. That's who I picked on top.
Yeah, this is these guys running 2-3 in the Smile, and implementation was for Safi just too good, and Ken Ramsey, he's too classy for these kinds of horses. Shaq Diesel gets his jam, though, tomorrow. He's going to get to run 7 furlongs for the first time in a minute since I think he won by 4 the last time he won at 7 furlongs, so ran at 7 furlongs. So that's going to help level the playing field, but El Principito's been in very, very good form for Gerald Bennett. Yeah,
extremely. And just before you get to the Travers a little bit later at 6:30 in the evening, our Horse Profits podcast is out. We got to catch up with Junior Alvarado talking about sovereignty. We caught up with Bo Chapman. Just check this out. It was a great episode. It was a fun one.
Yeah, we promo it one more time here because obviously sovereignty, the massive favorite in the Travers a little later on, and Junior Samantha caught up with him, and that was really fun and gave some great insight, too.
Yep, really awesome. And some really big news with our local White Abario is he will stay local at Saratoga for the Grade 1 Jockey Club Gold Cup.
Wonder where he's going to opt to go next week when they change their plans.
I wonder that,
all
too.
kidding aside, the race is next Saturday. Get a 1.25 miles. He's going to have to put up, I think, because now he's a few subpar efforts in a row, but this was not subpar.
No,
Pegasus World
this
Cup,
was
awesome.
It was great. It'll be interesting to see how the race draws. The mind frame is going to be in it, but Fierceness was nominated to the Pacific Classic Journalism, our Preakness winner. We still don't know which way he's going to go yet. Looks like it's probably going to be the Pacific Classic, but they all have got to beat Nisos, and that seems like very fun.
Next race, next Saturday too. So that's a fun day for the older horses. I would fall over if Fierceness ships to Del Mar.
Yeah, I would too. Race. It just doesn't seem like something that he would do. He's a lighter horse. I don't think the ship will suit him well. Your best bet today?
Out, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So
very few scratches, and I lost my best bet.
Yeah, mine's low-hanging fruit, but you got to take it sometimes. Your long shot in the finale.
Long shot's in the finale on Tapeta, so we question what we might get in terms of price, but Baldemar should offer a little value in there.
And I have Worth the Wait, a huge price. Stuff weird could happen, and that's a race that it could potentially happen in. So it's just Brian and I for the rest of the day. Enjoy your Saturday here at Gulfstream. Enjoy watching the Travers a little bit later with us. We'll take you right up to it, so make sure to stick around. We have a Taste at the Track going on upstairs, so if you're here, go check that out. But upstairs, we have Kenny Living Good. He will give you the scratches and the track condition.